Hello everyone. So I'm here to show you 3 more cards from the Make and Takes this month. And let me make sure I get you up on the screen so I can see what, oops, went the wrong way. Get you up so I can see what, well, it's not wanting to cooperate, so we're just gonna roll with it. Hopefully it's gonna show me everything. I can't see the comments, I don't think. I'm doing something wrong. All right, so sorry about that. We will figure that out. So as we get going, so these are the 3 cards I'm going to show you, and I'm going to start with this Old Olive one. And this Old Olive one uses colors that I don't normally use, but You Mean So Much to Me is a great sentiment. Of course, I'm using the In Bloom stamp set. And let's get started with this one. So it uses soft seafoam. Make sure I get everything out of there. And Old Olive. I have all my pieces already cut and ready to go. So I'm going to adhere a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of DSP of Old Olive to this soft seafoam. Just like this. And then I have strips of DSP that are 7/8 of an inch wide by 4 7/8. And I'm going to put these across our card. These just aren't colors that I typically work with that much, but this card sure is pretty with the DSP. And when I do line up cards like this, I do the opposite sides so I know what my inside one needs to be. Whoops. So now I can position these 2 rather easily, like so, and like so. And of course, I love my Tombow glue. I like it better than tape runner. It's cheaper, and then it gives you that half a second of wiggle room. So if these weren't spaced correctly, I'd have time to fix it. So then I'm gonna wrap our crinkled seam binding ribbon around this and tie it in a knot. No, I'm not gonna tie it in a knot. I'm gonna tie it in a bow. A bow is what I'm going to tie it in. Whoops, but my fingers don't want to work. Come on, there we go. I find sometimes the easiest way, come on, to tie these, especially with this one, it's really thin twine, it works this way too. If you just tie it in a knot, so it won't wiggle around on you. Here we go. Now I can tie it in a bow and it won't go anywhere. Because the little ones always seem to be the ones that, whoops, I'm not even in frame. I am so sorry. The little ones seem to be the ones that always get you. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay. We've got this now. Where are my scissors? So we're gonna tie this in a little bow. So we got that going on. That looks good. This is a nice, quick and easy card. See, take my pin over there. Then we're going to stamp on a piece of 1 3/8 inch square white, basic white cardstock, and that's going to fit into our sweetly stitched, or not sweetly stitched. I'm just determined to tell you all the wrong things today, I guess. I can't do 2 things at the same time. I'll slow down. So this is a 1 3/8 inch square that I am putting on the stitched shapes, stitched shapes dies, and this was the second die in that set. Then to make this easy, because I want to put this right under the ribbon. I'm going to use a glue dot, and I'm putting it towards the end on purpose. So putting it towards the end so that I can slide one end under my ribbon, and it's going to play and look like it's attached. Isn't that clever? Then to give it a little bit more, we're going to tie a double bow with the twine. Now, Steph and I tie bows differently. I apologize. There's more than one way to do almost anything. So the way I do it is I double up my twine. And sometimes I don't make it the right length. That's okay, we can fix that. And then I tie it into a bow like this. Just like if you were tying your shoelaces. Although I have said that for years, everybody ties their shoelaces differently. So that's not necessarily the best one, but just simply tie it into a bow. Then we're going to use a glue dot, a mini glue dot, to put this on with. So grab a little glue dot, and then I'm just going to butt this up against the ribbon and push it into place like that. Now, to make it look extra pretty, we have pearls right on the corner. And the best way I have found to put on pearls or rhinestones, pretty much anything that's on these sticker release papers, is that you just want to slide it in place and then press down. And we're going to do one on either side of it and one on either side of it. Okay, and I'm going to look up and see where it shows me live. There we go. Now I can see that. There we go. Stephanie said, do your nails match the DSP? Oh my gosh, they do. That's really funny. That's so funny. I knew I'd find your comments eventually. Okay, thanks, Sue. I'm glad you like my nails. That's sweet. All right, our next card is the You Are Amazing card. And pull out all of our things here. This is a nice sweet card that uses those stitched, oh my gosh, I'm on stitched again. I'm just gonna get stuck. These are the stitched flowers with the in bloom. And they are very pretty. Let's make sure I get them all. I think I'm missing a couple. It's okay, we're good. Oh, there they are. They're still in there. Got them. All right, so we're going to adhere a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Night of Navy onto the card front, like so. Oh, and I just realized my card is not very evenly folded in half, so let's fix that because it's a pet peeve of mine. I'm gonna grab my phone folder and fold that over. Thought I'd gotten that earlier. All right, then we're going to set this aside and we're going to take our DSP, and we made it jet down like this. So the way I'm gonna do that is I just have a piece of DSP. You can choose what you want, and then we're going to adhere it and chop it off. So we're gonna chop off this corner. We're gonna lay this over it, like so. Whoops, missed the corner. Oh well, it's gonna have to be fine. It's gonna be fine. It adhered a little fast for me that time. Okay, then we're going to trim this off with our scissors, and I'm using big scissors because I like to do it in one big step. All right, so that's how you get that asymmetrical look to the card. Right, then we're going to adhere this to the card base, to the card front. More Tombow. And this next step you could do one of two ways. I like wrapping my ribbon all the way around my card. And I'm using the tulle, the dotted tulle ribbon. This is one of the most versatile, if you're looking for a ribbon, this is the most versatile. So you could take this and wrap it all the way around your card. I actually like how that looks. I like that when you open the card, you get to see some ribbon. But if you don't like that, you would want to wrap it around your seafoam before you adhere it to the card front. Everybody's different like that. And we'll tie this into a bow. The tulle is a pretty forgiving ribbon. Oops. Because it can almost be going in any direction. It'll still do what you want it to. And tie this down. And of course, I like to adjust my bows a lot. I play with them quite a bit. Thank you, Barb. I'm glad you like my cards. All right, so we're done with our ribbon now. Get this back together so it doesn't fall apart on me. And we're gonna do some stamping. So we're gonna stamp "You Are Amazing" in Night of Navy. My shirt matches. I don't know if you guys can see my sleeves. I'm wearing a Night of Navy shirt today too. I'd love to, sure, it was on purpose. It was absolutely on purpose. That's what it was. That sounds like me. All right, "You Are Amazing," and we're using the label that comes in the dies. Nice and easy. We're going to use this Night of Navy again on the next card as well. This guy just needs to go over here. All right, so now we're going to adhere this with dimensionals over the top of our ribbon. Like so. And then we're going to fill in with some of the flowers. But that tulle ribbon you can see right through, so it's nice to use. All right, so I'm going to adhere our big flower first. And this one is going to need, okay, how am I gonna do this? Let's see. It's going part on the label and part on the thing. So I wanna make sure I have a dimensional on one side to hold it up and to hold it in place. Whoops, that's not quite over enough. Want to be able to still get it in an envelope. There we go. Next, we're going to adhere this middle, Night of Navy middle to it. Like so. And then add on our little flowers. So these can be added on almost anywhere. We're just going to tuck these in and around. And I have the little Night of Navy flowers as well that we'll tuck in. And just a little bit of glue works great on these. You could use a glue dot as well if you wanted to. Oops. But you do have to use some glue. There we go. Like so. Use another one up here. And I think that'll be good. Okay. So next, we want to add, the last thing we want to do is add our pearls onto it. So we have our pearls, and I'm going to add one big one just right to the middle of this flower to make this flower really come alive. You know what I'm going to try? I don't know if I'm going to like it. I'm going to try adding a little pearl to the middle of these guys. Let's see how that looks. Like this. Oh, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Okay, so that is our second card. And our third card, we have a couple of leftover flowers. Our last one is using Rococo Rose. This has been the color that I have used the least amount, I think, in our new colors. And Rococo is going away. So if you really like it, it will be retiring at the end of April. It will be retiring. So if that makes you really sad, whoops, that's just one piece. You'll want to do that. So I have, let me turn my notes so I can give you the right measurements. I have 3 pieces of the DSP that are cut to 1 3/8 by 3 3/4. And I'm adhering them onto pieces of Night of Navy that are 1 1/2 by 3 7/8. So we're just going to adhere these on like this. Onto each of these. So I used the stripes, the flowers, we used both sides to make this really pretty card. And it's a great birthday card. Let's turn that one over. We'll do this. Okay, so now, before we adhere it to the card, whoops, front, a little bit of glue there, we need to wrap the twine around this. So we have our Night of Navy twine, not tie. And again, I'm just pulling it around. I'm doubling it up, and I'm going to tie it into a bow. Let's make sure we get these about the same height. Like so, and let's pull this over here so everything's just ever so slightly off center. The eye likes that. You can fool the eye a lot of times with different tricks. Okay, so this is good now. Whoops. All right. Now we're going to adhere these to our card front with dimensionals. I almost forgot the dimensional part. Get the dimensionals in here. And I'm just going to use 2 on each one. And then I can add them. Whoops. One more. So now we need a stripe on each end and the flowers in the middle. So let's get the one over here on. That works. And then let's put the stripe on the other one, on the other side. If you do the sides first, then you'll know where to place your middle piece. It makes life a little bit easier. Okay, so we're just going in here, just like that. All right, then we're going to use the sentiment, you are really the best. Happy birthday, you are really the best. And we're using Night of Navy again. And let's see how good I can do this without being over the top of it. That's not too bad. That's workable. All right, close up our ink. And then for the ends, I use the tailored tag punch. It is by far the easiest way to give a banner cut to both ends of your stuff. especially on thin pieces like this. I used to use the triple banner punch. Now I use the tailored tag punch. It's my favorite. Absolute favorite. And I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. So this is a card that you might want to put an extra stamp on, just in case. I've had a couple get sent back to me recently. That's a little embarrassing. All right, so that's on there like that. And then we're going to add the pearls. And I'm using the medium pearls that we have in here. Let's see, let's put one down here, one up here, and then we'll do one up here. You want to keep them in triangles. So if you're ever wondering how to put pearls or embellishments on your card, make sure they stay in a triangle. So you always want odd numbers, and then make sure that they're in a triangle. The eye really likes that, and it makes your cards really pop out. All right, so these are the cards that we did today, using some colors that I do not normally do, but these are part of your make and takes. Of course, you get all the ribbon and embellishments and everything as well. The next thing I want to show you is my Easter class coming up. We've got this class coming up, and it's all 3D treats. So we have a Happy Easter, and it's got little Cadbury eggs and a fun triangle box. Whoops. Let's see if I can get it all on the screen. A fun triangle box. This has a peanut butter cup in it, like so. Whoops. Whoops. This is a great hexagon box. And we have Easter wouldn't be complete without a jelly bean sorter, so you gotta have some jelly beans. And then spring wouldn't be complete with a new spring purse to take to church on Sunday, right? So for Easter, we have this new little cute purse as well. So you can sign up for that class. There is bingo also coming up at the end of March, and we would love to have you sign up for that. And then one last thing. We have a Stamp-A-Stack that's called our Regal Card Series. And in this one, you really stamp a stack of cards. You'll make 16 cards using the Many Messages stamp set. And these are all the cards that you'll make. All so much, and they look so beautiful with the gold laser cut paper, like so. So if you are interested in any of these classes, please send us a message and we'll be happy to send you the registration link. And I don't know what I'm doing with these. I just keep messing with them. This is my favorite one. Be strong, be brave. You've got this. Like, that's awesome. In fact, I have a girlfriend who needs to have that one sent to her. She's going to get that one in the mail. Okay, so if you have any questions, please give us a call. We'd be happy to help you. All right, bye-bye.